Our greatest enemy. Now, many good men and brothers of mine will say that government, uh, the system, gynocentric society, and very many other things is our greatest enemy. I disagree. Our greatest enemy is ourselves. Well, what do you mean by that, Stone? We often are our greatest enemy through self-doubt, seeing the world as it is and what can I do. We could do many great things through all of this hardship that we endure every day. We're our greatest enemy looking at all the bad and not focusing on the good in our lives. We and I tend to see or say, why bother? It's not worth it, but it is. Now, it's true that the world is a hard, cold place that hates us, and that's okay. That's just how it is. But when we focus on this, we forget that we control our own destiny to an extent. Yeah, court may come, hardships come, but we have the power to change our lives and to accept that life isn't fair. And we can do things and prepare to make our lives as good as possible. We often forget that we have that power. Yeah, we might not have mansions. We might not have fancy cars. We might not have all the shiny shit that society, or this gynocentric society, I should say, says that we should have. But we can have what we need. And we can be content in that. And we can have happiness. We don't need all this superficial shit. And that's what I mean. We are our greatest enemies because we listen to what other people say we should be and what we should have, instead of focusing on ourselves. I mean, do you really need that fancy TV? Do you really need them fancy shoes and them fancy clothes and that just outrageously cool car? No, you don't. Do you need that mansion? No, you don't. Do you need to live up to this gynocentric society's expectations of you? No. But too many men do. When you don't live up to these by circumstance, not by choice, doubts of you being a man, uh, sadness because you're not, just humiliation that you put on yourself, and is what I'm talking about. You don't need none of this. Be content in what you have and have what you need. And in this gynocentric society, don't let others dictate your manhood. Look in the mirror and see the good man that you are. Not what this gynocentric society says that you have to be a man, but the good man you are. Don't be your worst enemy, good men and brothers. Stay safe. Get what you can, every time you can, anytime you can. Keep your head on a swivel and be proud of yourself.